Last class of the day. You guys look tired. What class did you just get out of?
Music.
Music. Okay. What did you guys do in music?
We did an assignment.
Oh, you had an assignment. Okay. I'm excited whenever I hope we go back to school before Christmas production because it will be so cool to have an all girls group do one of the songs. That's exciting. And you guys would be it. I think you guys are making history at BCIS. I don't know if there's ever been an all girls class before. I love that. And I love that I get to be the teacher of the all girls class. So fun. We'll give everyone else a little bit of time to come in since you guys just came out of a class. I know it's hard to bounce back immediately. Is that making you guys tired? The constant bouncing class, 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 class. Is that hard? Yeah. Is it better if you have like a quick 5 minutes or what do you think?
Yes, it's better.
It's better. I know Ellen wants that. Oh, I wish all of our classes could run like that. For some reason, it always seems to go so long. For all of your classes, I know. I have to figure that out. Let's see, we have 10 people, so we're waiting on 4 more people. Who are we missing? Makiko's here. Makiko, did you put color in your hair?
Yes, it's really long time already.
That's
My mom
fun.
do it, not me, okay?
That is
My mom
fun.
do it.
It reminds me of like anime. That's fun.
And I cut this by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I cut my hair by myself this weekend too. Just a little bit. It was
Because I cut it because it's so hot. Like my hair is very long like yours, and then I cut it like this, and then it will be so fun.
and it will be so fun.
I didn't learn from anybody. I just watched some YouTuber have it, so I do it.
That's impressive. I didn't know your hair was long. You do the same thing, Sakura? You cut your own out.
No, I went to a beauty shop.
The beauty shop. Very good. I didn't know they were open, or I would have gone too. They're not open yet.
It was like last year.
Yeah, you have really long hair. I'm sure you haven't cut yours in a while. When they open up, I need to go too. Last year, the beauty salon cut my hair really, really short. I didn't want it that short. I had hair that was so long last year, and then they cut it to like here, and they cut bangs that were really short too, that I didn't want. But it's growing out now. Sometimes it's not perfect, but hair grows. So we have 11 people. We're still waiting on
Mrs. Jenna.
Yes.
If you want to cut your hair like when it's long, you can tell me because my mom learned to cut the hair and then she make it free.
Oh, well, that would be nice, actually. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Let's see, you guys. Nadia is not able to join. Let's see. Try.
Mrs. Jenna, this is my doggy.
One moment. I'm about to look. Let me send this message to Nadia. Oh, wait. Go back. Let me see. Oh, everyone's bringing puppies. Makiko, your dog is so cute. He's sleeping.
And also Sakura have also a dog in her.
Oh, I see. Look at that little face. Sakura, can you hold it up a little higher? So cute. It looks so scared. It's so cute. I love dogs with big eyes. You guys both have chihuahuas, it looks like. Is that
Yes,
true?
Sakura gave it to me when the dog was still baby.
Oh, really? So your dog is Sakura's dog's baby?
Yes.
Well, that is really fun. What connections we have here. You
I
guys,
also have
uh-huh. Sakura and Mikiko, you guys are both half Japanese, right? That's really cool.
yes. Ta-da!
Would you look at that fish? I can kind of see him.
Yes, and I also have so one.
That's very good,
I have
Mikiko.
more.
Thank you for showing us that. I think we're about to get started.
More?
Oh, yes, more plants.
More.
I
Every
just met my
veil.
dog for
They are
17.
also right over there.
What did you say, Playfa?
My dog is 17 years old. It's so old.
Your dog is how old?
17?
17. That is old. Wow. That's really old.
Actually, I keep 20 stock before, but now it's all died.
You had 20 what?
20 dogs.
20
My mom
dogs?
loves it. Yeah, my mom loves the dog.
That's crazy. Your dog is like a, I mean, your house
actually,
is like a kennel.
More than 20, but now it's all died.
Oh, wow. 20 dogs all died. That's really sad. Have you
Caramel.
guys, say it again, Playfa?
My dog's name is Caramel.
Caramel. Is he like the color of caramel?
He's black.
Oh, he's black. Still a good name. I love that. Oh, I love dogs. Mikiko's dog is running around the camera. So cute. All right, girls, let's go ahead and get started with our geography lesson today. I love seeing your dogs, by the way. That's really fun. Don't forget to turn your cameras on if you want full credit for participation this week. But of course, it's up to you if you want to get points taken off. Really quick first, we are going to go over what we did yesterday. Oh, wait, let me see what's going on with Nadia. Her mom texted me. Okay. So let's go over what we did yesterday in social studies really quick. A lot of you did really well on this, but a lot of us were really confused, I think, and ended up using Google for some of the answers. And that is not what I wanted. I do not want you guys to use Google on this activity. All the information that you need, even if you don't know what the information means, like if you don't know what the word temperate means right here or arid, that's okay. You're just needing to find information right now. We'll learn later what this stuff means. Right now, I just need you to know how to look for information and how to connect it to the question. So for example, number 1 said, what physical regions make up the geography? When we talk about physical regions, remember you guys, we talk about mountains, oceans, plains, lakes, things like that. Those are physical, the things that you can see on the land. So when we come up here to find out which physical regions we're looking for, we can look at landforms. It has vast central plains. There's lots of mountains, there's hills. We see there's lots of oceans around this mystery country. right? So those are things that you can use for what are the physical regions, physical stuff about the land that you can see. All right. That's what we're talking about for number 1. Not Googling what are physical regions or random things like that. Some people put answers like the Canadian Shield or the Appalachian Highlands. I don't think you guys know what those words mean, the people who put that. You just somehow found that on Google, but all your information is here. It's actually easier than you think. Number 2 says, what climate regions are found in this country? The country above that's described. Even though we don't know the name of the country, we know all the information about the country. Since it asks about the climate, boom, right here. It tells me climate and tells me what it is. So this is my answer for that.
Christina,
Yes.
oh, I'm gonna close my screen, but I will be still at behind the camera, okay?
Okay, Mikiko, do you have to close the screen?
Yes, because I'm starving. I didn't eat anything yet at the lunchtime.
That's okay. Mikiko, actually, I don't mind if you eat. You can eat with your camera open. That's fine. It's better for me to see that you're there. So this is our climate. Temperate, it can be tropical, it can be Arctic, arid or semi-arid. And I'll show you guys these things on the map in just a moment.
Mrs. Jenna ไม่ว่าเลยนะ ถ้าเรากินหรือว่าไม่เปิดกล้องแล้วก็กินได้
Hang on.
แม่คุณครูไม่ว่าถ้าปิดหรือว่าเปิด
Yeah, it's okay. You can keep it open. Okay, so number 3, political regions. What political regions make up the country? All right. When we think about political, what's our word that we think about? Government. Uh-oh. I see the word government right here. So this is information about the government, the political regions, right? That's a part of our political area we can use. Also, we know that the government decides things like this, where states are bordered, how provinces are bordered, how countries are bordered. All this information is from the political region. For example, in Thailand, we have Bangkok, we have Chonburi, we have Chiang Mai. We've talked about this before. These are provinces that the government has made. All right. So those are some answers we could use for number 3. For number 4, it says, what are the people like? Most people, the majority of people. Remember, when we talk about people, we're talking about the culture, right? People equals culture. What is their language? What is their ethnicity? The ethnic. That means what they look like. And what is their religion? Those are the things that we think about with culture. All right. So if we go up here, there is all this information, about the people of this land that we don't know what it is. So we know they mostly speak English. They're mostly Caucasian. That means like white people. And they're mostly Protestant Christian. That's the major religion there. So that could be our answer for number 4. English speaking Christian white people. Yes, Nadia.
What's a Protestant Christian?
That's a good question. So a Protestant Christian, this goes way back to church history. So originally there's the Catholic Church in Europe, right? England, Italy area. And then there was some people who they were listening to the Catholic priests like preaching on Sundays at the church. And there was a lot of things that were wrong. They were telling people to give the church a lot of money, telling the people that they had to give all this money in order for them to be forgiven of their sins. And none of that is in the real Bible. So the priests were lying to all the people. Why? Because the people cannot read the Bible at that time. They only knew English, and the Bible was only written in Latin. Only the priests or people who studied Latin could read it. So these people who could read it and they knew the truth and they cared about the truth, they started to protest, right? Like Protestant Christian, they started to protest what is true. So they did all these different protests. They wrote down all the things that were wrong and nailed it to the church door. They started producing Bibles in English so people could read it. And a lot of them actually died for doing this. A lot of people were put on a stake and they were burned. Different kinds of really horrific deaths happened to these people because they stood up for truth. But because it was important, because they wanted people to know the truth about God, not what these random priests were saying, which was lies. And the priests were honestly being really mean to the people, right? Give all this money and God will forgive your sins. Who's getting the money though? The priests. So they're just trying to give people to give a lot of money so they can be rich. No problem, Nadia. All right, so that's a good question. That's what a Protestant Christian is. So now we need to figure out what country is this? Reading all this information, what country do you think is in the continent of North America, has temperate, pretty mild, okay temperature, some mountains, surrounded by ocean, speaks English, has a lot of white people, a lot of Christian people, and 50 states? What do you guys think? What country this is?
United States.
The United States of America. Very good. So I put this map here today, you guys, so I can show you how that description fits the United States, okay? And I put this little over here. All right, so let's look at this really quick. What did it say the climate was? Does anybody remember the climate from our activity?
Warm, like warm.
Tropical and dry.
Yes, very good. So there's many different climates, right? I heard someone just say warm or tropical. This area where you see a lot of green, this is a warm and tropical region of the US, all right? I'm actually from right down here in this little tropical region. This is Florida. If you guys think about Florida, you know it's hot. If you think about Mexico, right under this area, you know it's hot. So this is that tropical region. Where is the Arctic region of the United States?
Is that the bottom?
Not the bottom, that's the hot part. Where's the Arctic region?
The top.
The top, the very top. And I'm not even talking about here. I'm talking about, let's go through Canada to Alaska, right? Remember, Alaska is a part of America and it's up here near the North Pole where it's very Arctic and cold. Yes, Nadia?
Are the white like ice? Is the white there like ice? Or something?
Yeah, there's a lot of ice up there. It's surrounded by ice caps and glaciers. Polar bears like to chill up in areas like this, right? So most of Canada, actually, there's no people. Like right here, there's a lot of people in Canada, but up in this area, it's kind of just ice and some people. Now someone else said dry, right? Arid. That word arid means dry. This area of the US is like a desert. This whole area right here where it's kind of brown, that's the desert, the dry climate region. Now, can somebody tell me some of the landforms or physical features about our country? What were some landforms?
Mountains.
Yeah, it said mountains in the west.
Pond.
The plains,
Pond.
very good. Good, Mikiko, the plains. So there's
How about the
mountains.
pond?
I don't think there's anything about ponds on our seesaw
The
activity.
waterfall. How about the waterfall?
So that is a physical feature. However, that's not mentioned. Remember, we're only talking about what is here. Hang on. Let me go to this. We're only talking about what we see here. And we don't see anything about waterfalls here. We need to stick to what is here, only our information given. So let's go back to this. But oftentimes waterfalls can be. So we have mountains in the west and we have hills in the east. Let's look. This area that's kind of rocky and rough looking on this map, that represents mountains. So this is the west and there's mountains. And right here, this area is the low hills in the east, right? Right here is the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico to the south, the Atlantic Ocean to the east, and these are the Great Lakes that were in your activity. So now you guys can kind of see why the United States of America is the secret country that was described. Also, there's 50 states. And if we think about the culture of America, most people are Christian, or at least by name, Protestant Christian, and they speak mostly English, and there's a little bit of Spanish in the south near Mexico. Nadia, did you have a question? You good?
I accidentally clicked it.
No problem. All right, so if you girls want to go back and redo that or make it a little better, the ones who used Google maybe, you can go back and do that, and I will give you some credit back for that. I will not just leave it how it is if you decide to redo it, or some of us have not even completed it yet. But remember, we need to go back, one moment, and answer those questions if we have not on your seesaw. I'll show you again. These questions right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you haven't done it, go back and do that later. If you have, but you want to make changes, you can go back and do that, and I can give you some credit for it. Maybe not 100% credit, but it will be better than what you have now. All right, now girls, let's move on to our geography skills for today. Today, we're just going to be learning some things, and we'll do a quick activity together at the end. So has anybody ever heard about latitude and longitude before? Play fa. Awesome. All right, so I think this is pretty new for us, latitude and longitude. Play fa, if you feel comfortable, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you know about that?
It's the line that goes straight up and so this that all around the world.
Perfect. Thank you, Playfa. Yes, those are our latitude and longitude lines. For example, has anybody heard of the equator? Anybody know about the equator on Earth? No, very new stuff. Okay, so I want everyone, I'm about to look at you. I want to see everyone participating. Everybody hold your arm like this. All right, good. Now, this is going to represent the equator. Okay, the equator runs this direction on the Earth. Just like Playfa was saying, some lines like this and some like this. The equator is one of the lines like this, okay? Now, I want everyone to think about the word latitude, okay? Latitude. The equator is a latitude line. They all run this way, okay? Equator this way, latitude this way. Now, I'm going to type a word in the chat as I say it. The prime meridian, okay? The prime meridian. Is this a long word or a short word? What do you guys think? Prime meridian.
Long.
Yes, thank you, Nadia. It is long, very good. It is a long word, the prime meridian. I know you girls are tired, but wake up, all right? Last class of the day, let's hit it off strong. All right, The prime meridian is long. Now, remember that other word we had? Longitude. What word do you see inside longitude?
Long.
Long, the word long. Very good. So I want everyone to hold their arm like this. Straight up and down. Good. Sally, Paifa, Ella, I see you. Sakura, Amy, Kelsey, Nadia. Very good. Thank you, Jihu. Oh, I love it, Jihu. It's way up here. That's a good line. I like that. All right. So if we hold our arm like this is the prime meridian, okay? This is the prime meridian. And the way you can remember latitude and longitude is that prime meridian is a long word, and longitude has the word long in it. Does that make sense? Yeah, so we have the equator equals latitude. Prime meridian is long, like longitude. All right, we're going to look at this a little bit more, but I want to do a quick review with you guys. All right, hands down. I want everyone to show me equator with your arms. Ooh, Sally, that was quick. Very good. All right, prime meridian. Very good. Playful, you're up there. All right, latitude. Ooh, yeah. Good job, Makiko. Longitude. Good. Some of us are like, I don't remember now. It's getting hard. All right, prime meridian. Oh, Ella's got it. Don't give in, Ella. Don't give in to peer pressure. Remember, girls, prime meridian is up and down. Remember, if the equator is this way, prime meridian is opposite, okay? Equator, prime meridian. Equator, prime meridian. Everyone show me equator again. Good. Everyone show me latitude. Whoa, very good job. Very good. All right, everyone show me longitude. Yes. And show me the prime meridian. Oh, you guys got it. I love that. Very good job. Okay, so those who participated in that, I promise you, you will be able to remember this well. All right, let's move on a bit, girls. Rocking and rolling. All right, so this is called a compass. All right. Now, the way we can remember north, east, south, and west is very simple. We remember these words. Oops, I just messed it up. So when I was growing up, I said, my teacher taught me never eat soggy waffles. But in my last class, one of the students told me that he learned never eat slimy worms, which I think is better because we really never want to eat slimy worms. So whichever one comes to your mind, it will help you to remember east and west and north and south. So if you
Miss
say
Jenna?
to yourself, yes,
Both are gross.
both are gross, exactly. It doesn't matter, they're both gross. So if you say to yourself, never eat soggy waffles, and you think about a clock, right? The way a clock works, you'll always be able to remember which way is east and which way is west. So you say never at the north, eat at 3 o'clock, slimy at the south, waffles at 9 o'clock, okay? Never eat slimy worms or never eat soggy waffles. So that's how we can remember our directions when we use a compass. Now let's look at this, girls. Degrees. I want you guys to think about when the temperature outside, when you have to think about It's 27 degrees Celsius outside, right? We say degrees. It's that little circle, 23 degrees Celsius. So this is the same word, the same symbol, but instead of thinking about it with temperature, we're thinking about it with location on Earth. All right. So can you guys find the equator on these two globes? Does everybody see the equator?
Yes.
All right, great. It's right in the middle, right? Let's look at this one first. We see the equator. Do you guys see what degree the equator is at? What's the degree?
15.
You're close. I see you holding it up with your hand. Can you tell us?
15 degrees.
0.
0. Notice this, the equator is at 0 degrees right here. Let me see if I can get my drawing tool.
Oh.
So we have 0 degrees at our equator right here. And if we go up, these are the north. So 15 degrees north is the next latitude line. 30 degrees north is the latitude line after that, and so on and so forth, okay? If we go down under the equator, we're in the south, okay? 15 degrees south, 30 degrees south, and so on. So anything above the equator is north, anything below the equator is south, okay? Now let's look over here. Here's our equator again, but notice our lines are running like this. They're running the opposite direction. If our equator is this way, what was the name of this line? Do you guys remember? What's the name of this line? The really long name.
Longitude. Marine something.
Something meridian, prime meridian. Very good.
Meridian.
So our prime meridian is this line right here at 0 degrees. The prime meridian and the equator will always be 0. The equator is 0 degrees this way. The prime meridian is 0 degrees this way. And then these are longitude lines. So we have 15 degrees west, 30 degrees west, 45 degrees west, and then 15 degrees east. Who is that precious person singing? Is that Nadia? That's cute. I love to hear a little singing. So we have 15 degrees east, 30 degrees east, and so forth. So now we know how the world is split up, how the regions are split. The northern hemisphere region, the southern hemisphere region, the eastern hemisphere region, and the western hemisphere region. Okay? One more thing I want you girls to notice before we move on. If you look at the latitude lines, do they ever touch each other? Do they touch?
Yes.
Where do they touch each other? So they touch the earth, but they actually never touch one another. Notice this 75 degree, it never touches 60, and 60 never touches 45. These are parallels. All right, parallel lines never touch each other, okay? That's how the latitude lines are. They'll never touch. Now let's look at these guys, the longitude lines, the meridians. Do they touch one another eventually? What do you guys see? quick answer, yes or no? Do these touch each other at the top?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Nadia. They do. They eventually come together at the top and they touch. So these are called meridians. All right. So our latitude lines run parallel. They never touch. Our longitude lines are meridians, right? Remember the prime meridian? They touch each other at the North Pole and the South Pole, okay? And you guys have this Google slide in your Google Classroom that you can go back through and look through all these slides as well. And I've color coded everything for you. The equator is red and the prime meridian is purple. So now let's do a little bit of practice together. All right. I want you guys to look at, oh, that was Makiko singing. Sorry, that was really cute, Makiko. All right, so we have this map right here, and you guys can see a lot of things on it. We have our degree marks for the west, degree marks for the east, for the north, and for the south, okay? Now, I want you guys to find the equator. Do you guys see the equator on this map? Let me see some thumbs up or thumbs down. All right, Amy, good job. Thank you for your participation. Nobody else sees the equator? Look for the equator, girls. Thank you, Nadia. Ella, I see you. I see you, Summer. Thank you. Sally. Okay, great. Thank you, Pray. All right, so if you cannot see it, I'm about to circle it for you. Here's our equator. Remember, it's in the center of the earth at 0 degrees. So it runs all the way across here. Okay. Now, can you guys find the prime meridian? Give me a thumbs up if you see it. All right, very good. Here's our prime meridian right here in the circle running this way. I think you guys have got the gist now. We've got our equator and our prime meridian. So once again, our prime meridian is at 0 degrees as well. Okay. Now, I want you guys to look for a little city and country called Oslo, Norway. Do you guys see it? Oslo, Norway?
Yes, I do.
Great, thank you. Let me see some thumbs up, or you can all tell me if you see it or not. All right.
I can see it.
Great, thank you. All right, Oslo, right here. There's our little dot for Oslo, Norway, where it's located. So we are on the continent of Europe right now, right? Now, girls, are we north or south of the equator? In
South.
Oslo.
South.
So find,
North.
yes, very good. So if we find the equator, we have to go up to get to Oslo. So we're in the north, right? Notice everything above the equator is north. Now, if we find the prime meridian, is Oslo to the east or the west of the prime meridian? Find the little purple dot. Is it to the east or the west?
Jenna,
Yes.
it's already 2 o'clock.
It's okay, keep going. Is it to the east or to the west? If we're here, are we on the east or the west? Yes, very good. We are to the east. Notice where it is. You see all these little E's. We're to the east, right? North, never eat soggy waffles. And we are this direction. Very good job.
We're on waffles.
Yes. So if we follow